This is Place de la République, where a lot of important demonstrations have taken place, at least since the mid-1800s. My hotel was near here. This is my room in the Hotel Paris, France. Small but very clean. Behind the curtain, there's a window with a view of a large tree. This is the bathroom, and the view out of the window of the bathroom of the church next door. And this is the view from another window. This is the very cute little elevator in the hotel. It was only large enough to fit one person comfortably. These are some street scenes in the area. This is in the 3rd arrondissement. And this is a vegan cafe that I found nearby. And my meal, a vegan burger with sweet potato chips and a very delicious smoothie. Here I'm just out and about. This is a bookshop and a plant shop next door. This is the Saint Jean-Baptiste de Belleville Cathedral. I thought this green wall was interesting on the facade of this series of staircases. These are street scenes. I'm on my way to the Jardin des Plantes. This is one of the entrances into the Jardin des Plantes, or the Botanic Garden, and the one I took in. There are some massive trees in this garden. This particular one is a bur oak, native to North America. Sorry about my fingers in the photo. And this is a London plane tree, a hybrid between the American sycamore and the Oriental plane tree, and commonly planted in Europe and elsewhere in the world. The horse chestnut trees were in full flower when I was there. Paris is so full of beautiful sculptures, and the garden had several. I came upon a small flock of carrion crows that were wandering around, and this is one of those. They're similar to the American crow. This is a long view of some formal planting beds in the garden. These were mostly perennials that were planted here. In the background you can see a conservatory. I didn't go in there. There's also a zoo in the garden. I didn't go there either, but there were some kangaroos that I could see that were hopping around. And most of the garden here is very formal in style, as is typical in the classical French garden style. But there are some informal areas as well, with trails going through the woods and that sort of thing. These are acanthus flowers. The shape of the acanthus leaf is a common design motif in classical Greek and Roman art. This is a beautiful flowering vine I wasn't familiar with. I looked it up. It's also called a Manchu tuber gourd, and it's native originally to China, Russia, and Korea. I don't know what this plant is, but I thought it was an interesting seed pod. And this is a Bashorneria. I have a Bashorneria in my garden, but it's a different species. And this is some type of conifer, a columnar variety, I think of a spruce. The main thing I wanted to see in this garden was the alpine garden. What follows are a few photos from there, and I love the textures of the alpine plants. This is the River Seine, which is very close to the garden that I was in. And what follows is a band that I found playing near the river. And that's the end of my first day in Paris.